Hello friends, the prelims got over. So what to do next? So you have posted a lot of questions in Minds of Aspirant Telegram channel. So I thought of addressing each question individually. So first we'll address this how to prepare optional subject. And my name is Sivaraj and the other information 9 attempts, 8 main, 6 interviews are also important. Why I stressed usually I used to address all the 4 points, but later I thought, okay, there is no need of telling nine attempts, 8 main, 6 interviews. But there was a need for telling me this time is that last time I made a video where I was talking about how this examination is not unpredictable. How this examination, when the people telling you unpredictable or not giving you the complete truth. If you think about it, when you go for the minimum resources and the NCRT's newspaper, reading newspaper, you will clear this exam. So that is what I said in that in that video. But what that person said was that I am giving out a lot of negativity, saying that this information 9 attempts, 8 main, 6 interview itself is creating a lot of negativity. See, how does a person, in a sense, see, these may seem difficult for digesting, but these are all part of my life. I am a firm believer, or a person who believes that, for example, the last name should be something which you go through in life. If you are an engineer, you put B. You are an MBA, you put an MBA, or doctor or something like that. You put, or IAS, IPS. You put that information. What I did was these things. This is what I did in my life. I am putting it out there. What is the big deal about that? But the point is that, see, I know for a fact people who marry IAS, IPS, they should not use the designation as IAS, IPS. But I have seen they using IAS, IPS. What is the problem in me using? So that is good. So the point is that the things which made me realize that how do you study optional subject, or how do you, or this examination is not unpredictable. And that is what I'm telling it out through this forum. And one more thing is that I know for a fact that I have been in every street of Ananagar searching for all these answers, searching and going to every person and asking about all these things. And I have to tell about one really nice person, Chelian Anna. So I used to call him Anna, Chelian. Okay, he's an I think he got Punjab cadre, and he's an IPS officer. And he was, I mean, he cleared at that time itself, 2010. It was 2010. He was the only person. He did not, in a sense, whenever I went, he used to tell me how to read optional subject, how to read this paper and everything. I used to ask him only. But no other place, no other place, and you will know, with in the sense, there are so many other places, where institutional places, where I went and asked for all these things, I never got an answer for any of this. So sure of clearing this examination, uh, without direction. That is the point, without direction. And I went and I tried, but it did not happen. But for that, should I sit in my home and close every door and not see any person and not talk about all these things? Or only an IAS, a person becoming an IAS or an IPS should talk about all these things? How is that fair? Or how is that a civil services aspirant thinks in this way? You should see, I have stopped telling, see, this is a civil services forum, so I am telling all these facts. I have stopped telling this to my friends, family, and I don't talk about this 9 attempt to any other person. I am telling through this forum to civil services aspirant. You guys should understand, this means something. That is why I say, this whole concept of negativity, I don't subscribe to that view. So my thing is to give you all this thing and clear this examination. So how to study optional subject, we'll go to that. First we'll go, there are three important E's in this mains. And first thing is essay, second thing is ethics, third is elective. And the third, elective means, this is the point, optional. And one more important point was that, say, and one more mistake I made was, I chose different optionals. Why I chose different optional was because the institutes kept suggesting different optionals which they were teaching. So I realized, and some topper said this optional is good, and that year that score will be good, so you choose that option. I made a mistake there also. And one more thing realized, and as a result of that negativity of 8 mains which happened, what I realized was, I realized the marks which were there, and with that information, I realized that every option is scoring option. This is what I realized. And see, this trend and all does not work. This trend of this option, see, no, because UPSC does not have a specific policy per se about having a low score for a particular optional, and UPSC as an organization will never do that. I can assure you that when we are sincere in writing this paper, I have seen that the marks come. Not only for me, for all the friends who have written with me, I have seen their marks and how it comes. When you are sincere and studying, it comes. But the problem lies here. The problem lies, we actually do not, I will tell you as we go, we do not complete the syllabus. That is where the whole issue comes. When we do not complete the syllabus, and the institutes will not complete the syllabus, and we just wait for them to complete the syllabus, and it does not happen. So it does not happen. And that is the point. The choosing, and then what do you suggest means, choosing an optional is like choosing your partner in, your love or marriage, something which is very significant decision in your life. So you should like that. See, when you're choosing someone for a marriage or love, you will choose someone you like. Am I not making sense? So choosing an option should be like that. See, because see, if any problem comes, the whole thing will go in a very bad state. And that is what happened to me. I made, well, see, this is part of life, right? So that, like that, 9 attempts, 8 mains, 6 interviews. See, it's part of life. I made a mistake. What is the big deal in that? I made a mistake in choosing option. I don't have a problem in saying that. But but like in life, so you can, like in life, when you make mistakes, you will understand what you really like. This is the point. I started knowing what I really like, and I chose anthropology, which I really like. And as a result of anthropology, in my last 3 attempts, or 3 times, I went for interview using that. I could convert my mains into what is that mains into results. And that is why this whole choosing of optional is very essential, which I did not know when I came to civil services. And that is why I am telling it out. Choosing an optional should not be because an institute suggests. Choosing an optional should not be like this person topper suggests. Choosing an optional should not be like, no, that this optional is not, I like this option, but I'm not getting mark. This topper is saying that it is not giving marks. No. When you like it, when you know that you can be able to prepare that option, choose that option. So that is the point. And the next important point is that paper 1, paper 2, both the papers are important. Both these things you should read. And I will, with the help of anthropology, geography, psychology, public administration, and I will explain this. And this is the point. So that person said, you are nice. See, so much of negativity, but this did not feel like negative things. All these years I read anthropology, geography, public administration, psychology, and I have written IFOS exam. So I have studied forestry, geology, and forestry, geology, whatnot. And then I have also, so GS4, I wanted to read GS4 in a detailed manner. So for I joined philosophy in a college, so I studied philosophy too. All these years might seem like a very long year, where I have made so many, see, this negative, all this negativity of 9 attempts, this itself is creating a problem. All these years I was doing all the things which I liked, which was studying, which was reading more things. So that is what is this examination. With this, I will explain why paper 1, paper 2 are important. In paper, see, this is the point. So with the example, I will tell you. What? See, this is 2000. All these are 2021 questions. This is anthropology question 2021. Physical and cultural characteristics of Homo erectus and discuss its phylogenetic status. If you think about it, homogenetics or Homo erectus, you would have one more thing: geographical distribution. This three will be there. One will be phylogenetic status, sorry, one will be characters, second will be phylogenetic status, third geographical distribution. Means we'll study each thing individually. But what you have to realize is that you should be able to integrate them. I'll tell with one other example, which is public administration. See, look at this point. Taylor and Fail. These two are separate thinkers. These two will be taught separately. But what you should do is integration. What is that integration? I'll tell you now. One more example. This concept of plate tectonics. If you look at it, plate tectonics is separate, isostasis is separate, continental drift theory is separate. All these things are separate things. Like, if you think about it, what you should do is that you should like this question. So like this this Weber's theory of industrial location. What you should know is that you should Weber's theory of industrial location, you have to integrate all the three keywords. What does it mean? In a sense, I'll explain with the example of this anthropology. Let us assume that you are studying Homo erectus. Means you will study about skull, you will study about the leg, how the things have changed, or you will study about let us assume brain, or you will study about some other, see how the what is that how the muscles have changed. So you will be studying all these things. And in each part you will be studying different things. And then you will study culture. In that you will be studying they used fire. In that you will be studying they used a partial family, something like that. And hunting, a little hunting was there. And you will also know that they have this the hair had fallen. So if you think they had some cloth kind of thing, because they will have this needle kind of tools at that time. What I want you to do is that you will study this separate, you will study this separate. But how does this integrate with this? This is what is mains. This is what you should do. While reading, you will have separate characteristics for physical, separate characteristics for cultural. But how does it integrate? Same way in plate tectonics, major plate, minor plate. This isostasis separate chapter, separate chapter. And this Wegner thinker, you will have this this South America and of Africa, they integrate in this fashion. In a sense, they integrate it like a jigsaw. How does we read what is Wegner? But have we ever thought how this gives rise to plate tectonics? We read isostasis, but have we ever thought how does it give rise to plate tectonics? This is what is the integration or thinking. This is what you should do. This is what is called as mains. Mains is not reading. Mains is not studying. This is about integration. And this thinking, see, this is the point. For this one word, I have, first during my mains, for this one word, how do you study this for this integration thinking? 6 days 6 days I went and asked for how to study, what to study, how do you do that? 6 days. So this is what this happened. But the point what I am trying to say is that I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to wasting all these times. And that is what happened with that. That is why I stressed on the fact that, and that is why I stressed on the fact that it's not an unpredictable exam, but it becomes a negative thing. But anyways, leave that. What I am stressing on this point is that this integration is what you should do. How Taylor and Fail, if you have studied, it's not enough. How they integrate. And that is why, for example, and that is why may see what I am going to say, maybe people may not like, but that is why I say previous year question paper. See, institute, when you go, the question paper they give, that is not going to reflect in UPSC. Instead, UPSC has a question paper which is called as previous year question paper. Solve the syllabus using the previous year question paper instead of the institute question paper. Why don't you solve previous year question paper? But if you ask me whether we should not write, see, you write test, you get it corrected. Previous year question paper, get it corrected. What difference? See, will there be any different, or will there be a question paper better than UPSC? You think about it. That is why I say you preparing this examination is most important. And these are all, see, and when I say this I become a negative person. How do I balance it? I do not know. But previous year question paper. Next, the most important thing is that UPSC has now come to a stage. See, initially what happened was they used to have, for example, 8 questions. Out of this 5 questions we need to write, and this 8 questions, what happened, one question from, so they will have 3 questions, 3 chapters out of 20 chapters. 3 chapters, if you read, you will have 3 by 5, or 3 questions out of the 5 questions. You will clear this examination. That is what happened earlier. But UPSC, what they have done is that they have changed it, changed the format. They have made, for example, this data collection is separate, this aging theory is separate, this Lewis Strauss is separate. And if you think about it, one more thing they do, so that means, see, that means one more thing they are doing is that they are, when they are dividing like this, either this question will be difficult or one of these questions will be difficult. Either in 50 marks, definitely 120 mark will be difficult, or a 15 mark will be difficult. We should be ready for that. And that is why what I suggest, read each and every word of the syllabus. Every topic in the syllabus will not be covered by institute. You have to cover it. You cannot wait for somebody else to cover those topics for you. This is an examination for you to become an IAS officer. If you wait for all the topics, no. I, for example, know for a fact that when I went inside first mains, when I went inside the hall, I saw those syllabus words only then. Only then I realized, oh, these are all in syllabus, so we should have read it. Don't make that mistake. Now itself finish. Get each and every word from the topic and you finish it. And one more thing is that, see, this is in geography. Same way, this is Weber's theory, this is thinker, this is aging. So one more thing, so here also they have asked, I think, aging, so evolutionary theory. See, in anthropology, aging. Here, physiological evolutionary theory. Here they are asking social and economic consequences of aging. So if you think, see, both these things, this is also eighth question, this is also eighth question, geography, aging. But see how and we say that UPSC is unpredictable. How does, see, that is why I don't accept the fact. They asked, and this aging population, when I wrote mains for the first time in 2013, you go check that paper, 2000, not 2012. You go check that paper, this question is there. I have written this question. I know for a fact, I know for a fact, paper 1 or paper 2, you check that. 2012, okay. So the same, very same question is there, very same. They asked geriatric, you go check it, geriatric. That is the question, geriatric, same, social and economic consequences. Then how do we say that they are, what is that, unpredictable? But what they have changed, this radicalism, see, this, how, this and all you should check. This and all usually we skip. This and all we should check, and hence each word, because see, 20 mark. So even if you know these two, you will not be able to attend this question, because 20 mark you will not know. And hence every chapter, this radicalism and all, we will not check, but I want you to check. And the next point is that, how do you do that? And that is through a question syllabus book method. What does this mean? See, biosocial determinants of fertility and fecundity. This is from anthropology. First, this is 2021 question paper. Take this question paper, take this question, then take the syllabus. See, fertility patterns. or this 11.1, 11.2. And aging, look at this. This is what aging theories in anthropology. This is what they have asked, and in geography also they have asked about aging, social and economic consequences. There they asked about this theory and evolutionary theory. This is the question they asked. Two questions are there in near. Look at this point. And we say this examination is unpredictable. It's not an unpredictable examination. But now come to this point. Social and so if you are reading this topic, we usually go for the book. In PNAT, the last chapter, I think in the last they have given all these things. We go for the chapter and we see this question. No. What I wanted to do is take 2021 question paper, solve this question, go check where it is in syllabus, then go to PNAT and study the topic and see how it is done. Studying only what is Wegener theory of continental drift theory, plate tectonics is not important. Studying how Wegener's theory gives rise to plate tectonics is what is important. Studying Fayal and Taylor is not important. Studying how Taylor and Fayal are giving rise to or similar thoughts or different thoughts is important. This is what is the whole video. Thank you for watching this. And there is a Minds of Aspirant channel, Telegram channel you can have, and you can give your doubts. And we are going to start Acumen GS answer writing program. Anthropology, this I am going to take it as an optional, and TNPSC also we are going to have an program. And this anthropology GS will be complete portion will be there. And how do you see GS complete portion essay will be there. And anthropology I will take, see, as I told you, but I will cover each and every word, each and every word, each word in the syllabus we'll cover, and we'll complete it. TNPSC Group 2 mains also we are having, and there is a separate Telegram channel for this anthropology, Minds of Aspirant and TNPSC. You can look into the description and you can join. The doubts were asked in the group. I'm making a video, so if I'm saying that this examination is not unpredictable, rather this examination can be cleared when you don't use materials a lot and you read newspaper, NCRT. It is for your betterment. I am saying, I am not saying it for any other purpose. So and if it's not negativity, it's actually for making you clear this examination. And in life a little bit of negativity is necessary also. And this taught me, this 9 attempts, 8 means 6 interviews taught me that whatever happens, it is for the good. And that is what Bhagavad Gita also says. Do your duty, and the rest is up to God. Thank you. All the best.